Self-awareness is the beginning of transformation. It is that quiet strength that helps you pause before reacting, that honesty that helps you admit whenever you're wrong. It is that clarity that guides you towards growth and not perfection. Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Dominic, and I welcome you to another episode of Debbie Inspires. So, if you're just joining this family, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be part of this amazing family. And let's dive into the topic. Now, self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own thoughts, feelings, and actions and how they affect you and others. It is simply knowing yourself, your strengths, your weakness, your values, and emotions. Now, to become more self-aware, I put down 7 keys to becoming more self-aware. Number one point that I put down is spend more time with yourself. Spend time with yourself. Now, this is a moment of solitude, a moment of silence where you unplug yourself from the noise and activities of the world and then reflect. Just you and your thoughts. No phones, no distractions whatsoever, no calls, just you and your thoughts. Now, what this does to you is that it helps you concentrate on yourself and to enjoy the thoughts that comes through your mind. And the next point that I put down here is ask yourself questions. While you sit down, just you and your thoughts, ask yourself some honest questions like, what am I feeling right now? Why did I react the way I did? What do I even really want out of life? Now start answering those questions and then watch and observe your thoughts. The next point that I put down here is journal your thoughts. In other words, write your thoughts. Write down your thoughts or pen down your thoughts. Now, what this does to you is that it helps make sense of your thoughts and emotions. It helps you understand your own thought patterns better, and you begin to understand patterns that your thoughts take. Now, if you're wondering what you should be writing, you can start by creating time, maybe at the end of your day, after work, or when you are less busy. You can just sit down and write down things you are grateful for. You can just write down things you are grateful for. It could just be maybe you're grateful for good health, you're grateful for an achievement, you're grateful for the success of a project, or you're grateful for anything, just anything, because there is always something to be grateful for. And the next thing you could write is you could consider writing your challenges during the day. What are those things that were challenging to you? What are those things that you find challenging, and what are those things? What are those things you feel you could do better to actually not to have that kind of experience again? And another thing you can write is the things that you learn throughout the day. Maybe if you learn something new, you may just consider writing them down. Now, this may be as if it does not make sense, but it is really, really sensible. The next point that I put down here is observe your triggers. Observe what triggers you. Now it's time for you to notice those things that makes you feel angry, those things that makes you feel anxious, jealous, or those things that makes you feel envious, or those things that even makes you excited. You may just want to try to observe yourself. At this point, please don't react, just reflect. You know yourself, so just reflect. You know those things that makes you feel have those kind of feelings. Now the next point that I put down here is ask for feedback. Ask for feedback. Now, at this point, you may need an accountability partner, maybe your best friend, your relative, or even your mentor. Ask them questions about yourself. Let them tell you those things, those areas that they think you should improve. Because trust me, there are so many things that we do that people observe and know more than we do. We may be thinking we are doing the right thing, but somehow we might not be going about things the right way. So while doing this, just make sure you don't take it personal, especially when someone is being honest to you about your behaviors. Just take it as power instead of taking it personal, so that you can be able to make amends where necessary. The next point that I put down here is track your patterns. Track your patterns. Now, at this point, you've collected your information from people, from yourself, about yourself, and then you should try to observe yourself, track your patterns. If you're a person who is always overwhelmed, or you're a person who repeats the same mistakes every day, every week, every month, now and then you intend to make amends in those areas, but you keep repeating those mistakes, it is time for you to start tracking your patterns, and then knowing the reasons why, those reasons that makes you repeat those mistakes you make. To be more self-aware, I bet you have to be really very intentional about everything you do. Now, the last point, but not the least, is practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. Be more mindful. In other words, be more self-aware. Be in the moment. Be in the present. Like whenever you're doing anything, just put your mind to it at that point. If you're eating, do it well, and then don't be eating while you're thinking of another thing to do. If you're praying, concentrate on your prayers. Concentrate on your prayers. Don't be praying while you're thinking of what to eat, what to wear, what time to go to the market. Also, just bring yourself to the moment. Just bring your full awareness to the moment. Now, this point may seem a little bit overwhelming, but it's very necessary for you to be intentional about knowing yourself. Now, self awareness is not a one time discovery, it is a daily practice. The more you understand yourself, the better choices you make and the better your life shines. And with this, we have come to the end of today's video. Do well to please subscribe to the YouTube channel for more inspiring videos. And until then, remember to stay safe, stay aware, stay strong, stay motivated, and stay inspired. Thank you for watching. Bye.